From Axiom Space offering a unique hotel stay with space food like freeze-dried ice cream to Pioneer Station boasting a zero-gravity basketball, this is everything you need to know about the luxurious future of space hotels. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. First up, the Voyager. Orbital Assembly Corps is working on luxury accommodations that could be orbiting Earth within just 5 years, and one of these luxury accommodations is the Voyager Station. This ambitious first space hotel was initially set to host 280 guests but has since been updated to accommodate 400. For a quicker launch, they've also unveiled designs for a smaller station, the Pioneer Station, and we'll get to that in a while, so stick around. Their CEO, Rhonda Stevenson, revealed that stays at the upcoming space hotel could range from just 4 days to 2 weeks, depending on the cost and how quickly guests adapt to the space environment. Both Voyager Station and Pioneer Station are being designed to make this adjustment as smooth as possible, ensuring that space travel can be as comfortable as it is extraordinary. So, how does this futuristic space experience come together? On Voyager Station, the central docking hub will handle incoming ships and serve as the control center, while elevators in spoke-like shafts will ferry guests and staff to the main hospitality ring that surrounds the station like a tire. The design and engineering of the station are driven by the need to create artificial gravity through rotation, introducing unique structural challenges for the space environment. In addition to providing artificial gravity, Voyager Station won't leave you missing out on zero-gravity fun either. The designs include plans for some seriously cool activities like weightless basketball games where you can dunk like never before. Plus, the hotel's restaurant will serve up traditional space food like freeze-dried ice cream to give you that classic space vibe. And while the exact price for a stay at Voyager Station isn't out yet, you can bet it'll be pricey, probably in line with other space ventures like Virgin Galactic, which charges $450,000 per person for a space trip. But here's the good news. Voyager Station's team is optimistic about the future. They're hoping that as space tourism becomes more popular, they'll eventually make these galactic getaways affordable for everyone. But until then, let's shift our focus to something just as exciting. Following up, we've got the ISS. Now get ready for a space adventure like no other. The International Space Station is about to get a major upgrade with a new, swanky module starting in 2024. Yep, this year. Thanks to Houston's Axiom Space, astronauts, scientists, and even private tourists will have a brand new space to explore. NASA chose Axiom to turn part of the ISS into a commercial space station and research center, which could eventually replace the ISS. But NASA isn't the only space tech company Axiom's partnered with. They've teamed up with SpaceX to send a few private astronauts to the ISS by the end of this year, with seats rumored to cost a staggering $55 million. In addition to their partnership with SpaceX, Axiom has an impressive history. Founded in 2016 by space pioneers Dr. Cam Ghaffarian and Michael Sofrendini, Axiom Space is on a mission to kickstart a new era of space living. They're also prepping to run 2 to 3 crewed missions a year, and once the ISS retires, their module will float off as a standalone high-end space destination. Axiom's big plan? They're launching a super cool module that's got it all: a research lab, a cozy crew habitat, and a huge observatory with panoramic Earth views. And here's the kicker: a luxury space hotel for those who can afford the ultimate out-of-this-world stay. The new crew module, which will double as a space hotel, is set to be a luxurious getaway with a touch of elegance thanks to renowned designer Philip Stark. Imagine cabins with plush padded walls, sleek furnishings, color-changing LEDs, and breathtaking panoramic views of Earth about 255 miles below. The exterior modules are being crafted by European aerospace giant Thales Alenia Space, who built roughly half of the ISS modules, while the interiors will be made in Houston. It's space luxury like never before. The buzz? Tom Cruise has reportedly snagged a spot and is chatting with director Doug Liman about filming the first movie in space. Other than that, space tourists heading to the AX station will need to train for up to 15 weeks before their celestial journey. The future of space travel is looking incredibly thrilling. But while you wait for your ticket to the stars, we've got something else to keep you entertained. Coming up, Pioneer Station. Another project by Space Development, but this one comes with a lesser wait time than the Voyager. Out of all the jaw-dropping views you could dream of, this one might take the cake. Come 2025, space tourists could be gazing out of their hotel windows at our beautiful Earth. The 4-person crew on this first privately chartered SpaceX flight last September said they could have stayed up in space for weeks just watching Earth go by. So we're making sure to add plenty of windows, says Tim Alatorre, COO and co-founder of Orbital Assembly Corp. Based in Alabama, his company is gearing up to build the first and largest privately operated space hotel in orbit, offering up to 28 travelers an unparalleled view of the northern lights from one of its 5 floating 2-story modules. These modules will orbit between the North and South Poles just above the latitude of the International Space Station. With the design complete, the company is now focused on making the space hotel habitable and plans to start assembly and testing on Earth later this year. The customizable modules, with the largest spanning 4,300 square feet, will be retrofitted to accommodate even more guests. Each stylish and compact room will come with a view, a bed, and a desk for those working in the most remote office imaginable. But with all this exclusivity, you might be wondering what such an experience will cost. And right now, a trip to Pioneer will set you back at least $55 million, the same price as that first privately chartered SpaceX orbital mission. And that's just for the ride. Hotel costs are extra. But there's some good news. As space travel is still finding its footing, Orbital Assembly Corp has a clever plan to help offset costs. They're looking to build a business park around the hotel, which will be rented out to scientists to test out cutting-edge technologies like rocket engines, life support systems, space habitats, and even advanced pharmaceuticals. And while the future of space tourism looks exciting, it's not without its hurdles. Humans have been dreaming of living in space while watching classics like Star Wars, The Martian, Apollo 13, and 2001: A Space Odyssey. But despite humanity's cosmic ambitions since the first spaceflight in 1961, Neil Armstrong's moon landing in 1969, and the ISS's debut in 1998, only about 600 people have ever ventured into space so far. So it is ridiculously pricey, but with the technology already in place, why the long wait for space hotels and other futuristic projects? The answer? Gravity. The problem is that astronauts can only float around in microgravity on the International Space Station for a limited amount of time. In this low-gravity environment, they feel weightless, like they're free-falling while orbiting Earth about 16 times a day. Living in microgravity is uncomfortable. Simple things we take for granted, like having a glass of water that stays in the glass, or putting the glass down and having it stay put, become difficult, Alatorre explains. Being in space can also cause space sickness, which is like reverse motion sickness due to the lack of movement. This can make it hard to move around and can lead to serious long-term health issues like bone and muscle loss and heart problems, even after returning to Earth. Another challenge is the legal side of space tourism. The legal framework is still being developed, creating uncertainty about who would be liable if something goes wrong. There are also concerns about how space tourism will affect international space laws and the Outer Space Treaty, a key agreement signed in 1967 that forms the basis of space law. As this legal landscape continues to evolve, it adds another layer of complexity to the already challenging field of space travel. Joshua Bush, CEO of travel agency Avenue 2 Travel, which works with major space exploration companies, believes that the market will develop similarly to the aviation industry. At the beginning of the 20th century, only the wealthiest people could afford to fly, he told the New York Times. And just as we have budget airlines today, there will be some parallel to them in the space industry. Hopefully, this will happen in my lifetime. And so there you have it, folks. Everything you need to know about the luxurious future of space hotels. Now, if you get the chance, which station would you prefer going to? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos just like this. Thanks for hanging with me, and I'll see you in the next one.